Hi everyone, Comic Fury here. This time reviewing on Paranormal Entity. Now, as you know, Paranormal Entity is a 2009 supernatural horror film that was written, directed, and starred by Shane Van Dyke, who is the grandson of Dick Van Dyke, known for doing films like Chi Chi Bang Bang, the TV series Diagnosis Murder, and so on. So, when looking at Shane Van Dyke's film of Paranormal Entity, it's obvious this is a cheap imitation of Paranormal Activity, and it is. And it is also a mockbuster, which was also done by the studio, the Asylum, known for releasing tons and tons of cheap knockoff imitations of films. Now, the premise of the film is meant to be about Thomas, played by Shane Van Dyke, who lives with his mum and his younger sister. At first, things start to seem fine when they sort of experience some ghost activities, and at first they think it's their deceased father, but later on there is more truths about the demon, much like Paranormal Activity, and much like it really tries to do the whole kind of filming the house sort of thing, but also the house kind of looks like it was thrown together at the last moment. And also, it does the whole kind of pointing to a certain day, a certain month, much like Paranormal Activity. And throughout it, we never really do see much of Thomas's face. Really, this feels like when you've got a main character you want to be interested in, you want to sort of get to know them. And I think this is what Paranormal Activity did when they had the characters show the camera, because it had the time to have the characters look at each other. They had the time to kind of do what they were supposed to. And when you look at films like The Blair Witch Project, they did the same as well, to show the characters throughout the film that you are going to get used to. And the problem is with Paranormal Entity is that the film doesn't make much sense, because Thomas pretty much recorded what happened to his sister, so he kind of had evidence. And also, how is Thomas able to commit suicide, and how did his mum know? We don't know for sure. And it just seems like everything was thrown at the last moment, or just basically thrown in to kind of give a story. And really, it doesn't really feel scary. It feels like Shane Van Dyke just thought, we can probably put that there, we can probably use this location, but really, it feels cheap. It feels like you are looking at someone's fanfiction brought to life. I think the problem is, had Shane Van Dyke had someone to work with him with a different studio, have him kind of make something better, then really this could have been better, because he's the grandson of a famous actor, so really there was a lot of stakes he should have put himself on. And the problem was, they even did 3 other sort of Paranormal Entity movies, like Paranormal Entity 2, Casey's House, Paranormal Entity 3, The Exorcist tapes, and Paranormal Entity 4, The Awakening, and Paranormal Entity 5, The Electric Boogaloo. Most of these just felt like they were trying to make their own Paranormal Activity, but really there was no need to. And the problem is, much like the ending, the roles are kind of reversed. Nothing really happens to the guy who uses the camera, so really it tries to change that as well. So I kind of feel Paranormal Entity is like a bargain basement film. It's not great, not good. It deserves 2 thumbs downs. Not the greatest and not the best. The Asylum are just poor imitations of well-known classic films. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.